Hey guys, it's me Sebastian from RC Kings, and today I'm gonna do a video that has been requested from somebody that I know, one of my friends at school. So I'm just gonna do this video. So basically, what this is, as you might have seen already in the title, this is RC Cars 101. Basically, this is all like the entry level, let's say, information that you need to know about RC cars, like how they run, what you need to use, and what types of sources of fuel there are and stuff like that. So let's get right into it. So this car that I have here, just start right off with the powertrain. It is a electric powerhouse, and now we have gone to electric. So this is an electric ESC, which is electronic speed control, which controls the speed, and this is the motor, which these wires connect to A, B, and C that control the amount of punch you put into the motor. So there are two types of electric motors. There are brushed motors, which look like this, which have a enclosed can, which is open, and they have a really these are made for a lot of torque, not for power like this. So, well, torque is power, but this is made for more low-end torque, and this is made for like more top-end speed and agility. So these tend to be a lot cheaper than brushless motors, just for the fact that these just have so much more power in them. So, and also there's another difference between sensored and sensorless brushless motors. So here I have, for an example, a sensorless brushless motor. So this means that there's no cable coming out of the motor that controls, basically just gives you more throttle control. But for this one, these just didn't come with a sensor wire, and it's just not a sensored brushless motor. But this one, on the other hand, is a sensored brushless motor. As you can see, there's the six prong wire coming from the motor to the electronic speed control. So that's the motor in the ESC, or the electronic speed control. So where you're wondering from where you get the power to this car are these batteries right here, these happen to be a lithium polymer battery. Okay, so this battery right here, I got it for my Slash 4x4 brushless, and this is just a regular lithium polymer battery. This is a lot stronger than a regular nickel metal battery, because the chemical compound in these batteries are a lot stronger. Well, this is a chemical compound battery, and this right here is just consisted. Let me take this tape off real quick. Okay. This battery right here is just mainly consisted of 6 independent battery cells, which it says here a 6-cell nickel metal hydride battery, and this is 1800 milliamps, or 1.8 amps. The amperage on these is not much, because you don't need that much amperage to power a RC car. So these are the two main batteries: a nickel metal hydride battery and a lithium polymer battery. So those are the main two batteries in RC cars. So now, once you get into lithium polymer batteries, there are different types of lithium polymer batteries, different shapes and sizes for various cars and models. So for this one, let's say I want to put a lithium polymer battery in here. I want to just get this one and stick it in. Well, look, it doesn't fit, because this is just a regular car LiPo, a regular pack. Now these, on the other hand, are the more high-end types of packs, which are the saddle packs, which are two small independent packs that run in series. Or basically, this is a one cell and one cell, and they combine together to make 2 cells. So you can see, if you just pop these in the car, they fit right in the car perfectly. You can go plug in your 2 positive and negative wires, bam, bam, and you can get your jumper cable, put it from both negative to negative, and boom, you're ready to go. So, I'll just keep those in there. No, take those out. So, those are the main types of batteries. I could go on and on and on about batteries, but that's most likely all you need to know about batteries. These batteries are extremely dangerous. Since there are chemicals in here that react, it's like a small chemical reaction to power the lithium ion. Since it's lithium is a chemical that is very flammable. So you have to charge these with special chargers and special cords. So what you use to charge these is just charger over here, which is something like this. Move the car out of the way. This is just your standard, not standard, but this is one of your high-end, one of your most in the upper high ends of battery chargers. On this charger, you have many selections on lithium polymer, nickel metal hydride, and a bunch of other batteries. And here are the lithium polymer balance cords. Like, take this one for example. You would plug in the battery, then you would plug in your balance cord to the 2-cell balance port, which is right there. And then you just plug it in, select your program, which is lithium polymer battery, select your voltage and amperage. For me, since I know how to charge my batteries, I usually charge my batteries with that 1 amp higher than usual. So let me just unplug this real quick. Since this is a 5,000 milliamp battery, I would charge this at 6 amps just to get a faster charge. It's okay to charge them like that. Some people charge them like 5 amps ahead so they get them done in like 10 minutes. That's just me because I don't want to overrun my batteries because I don't use them that much. So, back to the car. Let's get back to real basics. So now that we've finished with the electronics, with the electronic speed control, the powerhouse, and the motor, and the batteries, let's get on to the receivers. So plug this, make this nice and neat. Let's get into the receivers and the servos, which turn your car. So this right here is a really extremely high-end receiver, which comes from a company called Airtronics. This one happens to be their RX461 receiver. This receiver is a 2.4 gigahertz receiver, which is quite fast. And this receiver is a lot nicer than what you would expect with like a, I don't know, not low end, but I mean entry-level car that comes with this, your standard 2.4 gigahertz. Well, this is a 2.4 gigahertz that comes with, you can put telemetry, which is your speed, and you can check your speed, your lap times, everything with this. So from this is where you get all your controls from. This is linked to this remote, which is a Airtronics MT4. This is your quite high-end remote. This has a digital screen, as you can see. When you input, you can see the little bars moving. I don't think so. Yeah, you can. But this is quite hard. You have lots of options to choose from. You know, lots of tuning adjustments. So that's just get into that in another video if somebody wants me to do that. So that's that. That's your controller that operates your car. So now let's just get into your steering servos. So this is a ProTech RC high performance steering servo. This is one of the high-end steering servos out there. This servo would run you about maybe 70-80 bucks. The reason why it's just extremely fast and has just a whole bunch of torque in it. So what you want to do with this car, what you want to do with this servo is run it in a race level buggy like this, so you get really fast response from the servo and really high torque, so you put down on the wheels. So basically what the steering servo does, it connects to your receiver, which from your remote, it's not, the car isn't on, but when you would turn the wheel to the right, it would send it to the receiver, which sent it to the steering servo, and your car wheel would turn right like that. Once you let go of it and it goes straight, it would do the same thing and it would turn straight. Want to go left? Go left. And it's just the same thing throughout, and there's just linkages that go from the steering servo to the wheels, which make them turn. That's basically it. So for the electronics, so let's just get into. So basically, this car right here specifically is an off-road car. There are different types of cars, on-road and off-road. This happens to be an off-road for various reasons. You may be able to tell, but you may not be able to tell. As you can tell, it has shock absorbers in the front and rear. So that is made to absorb shock, and these tires are very knobby. Not knobby, but they just have tread on them. So they're made for dirt and off-road racing. This car is a two-wheel drive car. As you can tell, the reason why I spin this way and the other wheel spins the other way is just how the differential is set up, so that's nothing to worry about, really. But other than that, there's not really many key differences between on-road and off-road. It's just that in the on-road cars, a lot lower to the ground, a lot more tuning capabilities with your shocks, your steering linkages, things like that. That's just a whole in-depth thing to cover. It could be like hours long, that video, to compare off-road and on-road. And I tend to like off-road cars more because they're a lot more versatile. You can use them in a lot more places. So yeah, now that I've showed you the basics of RCing, basics that you would probably most likely want to know if you're gonna get into the hobby. Now I'm gonna plug the wires back in to where they need to go, and I'm gonna put my batteries in, and I'm gonna start this car up and show you what I like to do with it. I'm sorry for this electrical tape job. One of my connectors fell out, so I just had to improvise at the track, so I said might as well, and then I just put some electrical tape and it held on quite well. So there's that. You want to put your positive on the positive end always, and you want to put your negative wire on the negative port of your battery. If you short out any of your batteries in your car is finished. You just start, but I mean, it'll indicate it because you start smoking and stuff. But if you don't stop plugging them in at that moment where it starts smoking, then your car's totaled. It's finished. All the electronics, bye-bye. The electronic speed control and the motor, bye-bye. So now we're gonna actually turn this car on, get some action. So now I've turned it on with the switch, turn my remote control on. So now we have connection. So when I turn right, goes left, throttle. Forward, this is forward. Brake, this is reverse. So, that's basically all you need to know about this car. But this car is extremely powerful. And, that is basically, that's basically it for RC Cars 101 and RC Electronics 101. Thank you for watching another RC Kings video, and I'll see you next time.